Hello and welcome back to LingoLift, the podcast that lifts your English one real conversation at a time. I'm Sara.
And I'm Peter. Very happy to be here. Mostly.
And before we start, a quick word to everyone listening. If you hear a word you don't know today, please don't worry. You do not need to understand every single word to follow along and enjoy this episode. Just keep listening. Your brain is picking up more than you think, even when it doesn't feel like it.
Honestly, when I was learning English, I understood maybe 60% of what I heard. And that 60% was enough to keep going. The rest came with time. So just relax, listen, and let the words come to you.
Perfectly said. And if a word catches your attention and you want to know it, we have the word tour at the end of every episode just for that. Everything will be explained. You are in good hands.
Very good hands. Sara's hands, especially. Very organised hands.
Thank you, Peter. Now, what happened this morning? Mostly? Peter, what happened?
Sara, something terrible happened this morning.
Are you all right?
I sent a voice message. And then I listened back to it.
Oh no.
Sara, who is that person? That is not me. I do not sound like that. That voice was nasal and strange and much too loud at the beginning and then too quiet at the end. I sound like a confused duck.
A confused duck?
A confused British duck.
Peter, I have news for you, and for every single person listening right now. What you experienced this morning, completely normal. Almost every human being on Earth hates the sound of their recorded voice the first time they hear it.
Every human being.
Almost everyone. And today we are going to talk about why. We are going to talk about self-perception, confidence, and learning to accept the things we cannot change, including the sound of your own voice.
I need this episode. I genuinely need this episode.
Then let's go.
Sara, why does this happen? I hear myself speak every single day, and I think I sound fine. And then I hear a recording, and I want to disappear. Why are those two things so different?
Because there are actually two different versions of your voice, and you have only ever heard one of them. When you speak normally, you hear your voice through bone conduction. The sound travels through the bones in your skull directly to your inner ear. That adds warmth and depth. But a recording captures only the sound that travels through the air, which is thinner, higher, and less rich. So your recorded voice sounds completely foreign, because it is different from what you hear every day.
So, my real voice and my recorded voice are literally two different sounds?
Physically, yes. And that gap between what you expect and what you hear creates a very uncomfortable feeling. That feeling is called self-consciousness. Being self-conscious means being overly aware of yourself, how you appear or sound to other people in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable or awkward.
That is exactly what I felt. I immediately thought, have people been listening to that this whole time and not telling me?
Everyone has thought that. But here is the important part. Other people are not experiencing your voice the way you are. They hear the recorded version every time, so to them, that is your voice. They are used to it. They may even like it. The discomfort is almost entirely in your own perception. Perception means the way you interpret or understand something, your personal experience of it, which is not always the same as reality.
So, my perception of my own voice is wrong?
Not wrong, just incomplete. Your perception is based on a version of your voice that only you can hear. Everyone else has a different and perfectly acceptable version. And this connects to something bigger. We are often our own harshest critics. A critic is someone who judges and evaluates. And when we are our own critic, we almost always judge ourselves far more severely than anyone else would.
I called myself a confused duck within 10 seconds of hearing my voice. I would never say that to another person.
Exactly. You would never be that unkind to a friend. So why to yourself? This is what we mean by self-perception. And the goal is not to love every sound you make, but to develop acceptance. Acceptance means acknowledging something as it is without fighting it or being upset by it. You may not love your recorded voice, but you can accept that it is your voice. It works, and other people hear it completely differently than you do.
I never thought about the fact that I am the only person in the world who has never heard my real voice the way others hear it.
None of us have. We are all only ever hearing a version of ourselves, and yet we judge that version so harshly. The kinder path, and the more accurate one, is self-compassion. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would give to someone you care about.
Self-compassion, not confused duck.
Not confused duck. You are a person with a perfectly functional voice who simply heard it in a new way this morning. That is all.
I feel considerably better. Can we do the word tour now?
We absolutely can. All right, 5 words from today's conversation. Peter, you know what to do.
I do, and I am fully emotionally prepared this time.
Word 1. Self-conscious. 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 It means being overly aware of yourself, how you look or sound to others, in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable or awkward. Example sentence. She felt very self-conscious speaking English in front of native speakers for the first time.
I was so self-conscious this morning that I deleted the voice message and re-recorded it 4 times. Then I sent the first one anyway by accident.
That is extremely self-conscious behaviour, Peter. Very relatable. Now, everyone, repeat after us. Self-conscious.
Self-conscious. Self-conscious. Together? Self-conscious. One more time. Self-conscious.
Feeling self-conscious is human. Acting on it by deleting 4 voice messages, also very human. Word 2. Perception. 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 The way you interpret or experience something, your personal understanding of it, which is not always the same as objective reality. Example, his perception of his own accent was very different from how others heard him.
My perception of my voice is confused duck. Other people's perception is apparently normal human being. These are very different perceptions.
The gap between those 2 perceptions is exactly what we talked about today. Now repeat. Perception.
Perception. Perception. Say it. Perception. Perception. Beautiful.
Your perception of yourself is always just one version of the truth. Keep that in mind. Word 3. Critic. 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 Someone who judges and evaluates something or someone. When you are your own critic, you judge yourself, often far more harshly than anyone else would. Example, he is his own worst critic. He always notices mistakes that nobody else even sees.
I am my own worst critic. Within 10 seconds of hearing my voice, I had reviewed, judged, and condemned the entire recording. That is faster than any professional critic has ever worked.
Speed criticism. Not a skill to be proud of. Everyone, say it. Critic.
critic, critic. Together, critic. And again, critic.
The goal is not to stop evaluating yourself. It's to evaluate yourself with the same fairness you would give to others. Word 4, acceptance. 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 Acknowledging something as it is, without fighting it or being upset by it. Not necessarily loving it, just being at peace with it. Example, learning English requires acceptance. Acceptance of slow progress, strange sounds, and occasional mistakes.
I don't love my recorded voice. But maybe I can reach acceptance. Like, it exists. It works. People understand it. That is enough.
That is exactly what acceptance sounds like. That right there. Now say it. Acceptance.
Acceptance. Acceptance. Slowly. Acceptance. Acceptance. A very peaceful word. You do not have to love everything about yourself. You just have to stop fighting the things you cannot change.
And our final word, self-compassion. 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 Treating yourself with the same kindness, patience, and understanding you would give to a close friend who is struggling. Example. Self-compassion means you can make a mistake and still believe you are doing your best.
If a friend sent me a voice message and then said, "I sound like a confused duck," I would tell them they are being ridiculous and their voice is perfectly fine. I should say that to myself.
You absolutely should. That is self-compassion in action. Everyone, your final word. Say it with meaning. Self-compassion.
Self-compassion. Self-compassion. One more time. Self-compassion. Say it to yourself. Self-compassion.
5 words, all 5 matter. Let's review them. Fast review. I give the definition, Peter gives the word. Listeners, play along at home. Ready?
Ready.
Feeling overly aware of yourself in a way that makes you uncomfortable.
Self-conscious.
The personal way you interpret or experience something.
Perception.
Someone who judges and evaluates, often yourself and often too harshly.
Critic.
Being at peace with something as it is without fighting it.
Acceptance.
Treating yourself with the same kindness you would give to a good friend.
Self-compassion.
5 for 5. Excellent work, Peter, and well done to everyone listening.
I would like to dedicate that performance to the voice message I deleted this morning.
A beautiful dedication. Your turn now, dear listener. Tell us in the comments, have you ever heard your recorded voice and thought, who is that? What was your reaction? And do you feel differently about it now? We read every comment, and we promise, whatever you wrote, you do not sound like a confused duck. Your comments genuinely make this community feel alive. Every story you share reminds someone else that they are completely normal.
And if this episode helped you, please subscribe. New episode every week. New topic, new words, new relatable crisis to work through together.
Until next time, remember, the version of yourself you hear is not the version the world hears. The world's version is doing just fine. Be kind to it.
5 words: self-conscious, perception, critic, acceptance, self-compassion. Your toolkit for the next time you accidentally listen to a voice message.
See you next time on LingoLift. Speak, rise, shine.